ध्यात्वा मां शान्तिमृच्छति।
गणपतिगं हवामहे कविं कवीनामुपमश्रवस्तमं ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणस्पता न शृण्वन्नोतिभिस्सेदसादनम् ॐ श्रीमहागणपतये नमः। सरस्वत्यै नमो नित्यं भद्रकाल्यै नमो नमः। वेदान्त विद्यास्थानेभ्यैव च सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्परां। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पाद शङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्। ॐ आप्यायन्तु ममाङ्गानि वाक्प्राणश्चक्षुः श्रोत्रमथो बलमिन्द्रियाणि च सर्वाणि सर्वं ब्रह्मोपनिषदम् माहं ब्रह्म निराकुर्यात् मा ब्रह्म निराकरोत् अनिराकरणम् अस्त्वनिराकरणम् मेस्तु तदात्मनि निरते य उपनिषत्सु धर्माः ते मयि सन्तु ते मयि सन्तु ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। हरि ओम। We'll see the second part, second chapter. Please repeat. यदि मन्यसे सुवेदेति दहरमेवापि नूनम्. In your book, Dharam is there or Dabram is there? Dharam? Dharam. Dharam. Dabram also is one reading. Yadi manyase suvedeti daharamevapi nunam tvam vetha brahmano rupam yadasya tvam yadasya cha देवेषु अथ नु मीमांस्यमेव ते मन्ये विदितम्. So we are now going to start the second chapter. First chapter is Shravanam, second chapter is Mananam. So, what is the point in the second chapter? We will see it. After telling the first chapter, teacher asked, go and contemplate and reflect on what I said in the first chapter. That the question which you had, what is the enlivener of this composition, is different than known and unknown. And I explained it in detail. Go and reflect, do manan. So student went and he did his reflection, came back. So teacher asked, how was it? Did you understand it? He said, I understood it very well. And then this teacher said, this is Guru Vaj. Till Deveshu is Guru Vaj. It should be in inverted comma. Yadi manyase suvedeti. If you know, if you think you know, you have understood very well, then you have not understood. Dharam means alpam, inferior. You have understood very small. Nunam means nishchitam, surely. You have not understood very well. Hello. Student is saying, I have understood very well. Teacher is saying, we have not understood. You listen and you say, I have understood, then there is a problem. If you say, I have not understood, then also a problem. What to say then? You understand what is the Kenopanishad talking about. And I need your attention as usual. Topic is going to be little subtle. There is something called experiential knowledge and there is something called cognitive knowledge. If I translate it in Sanskrit, vritti sahit jnanam and vritti rahit jnanam. One is called experiential knowledge and other is called cognitive knowledge. It is sometimes tough to translate, but we are trying. What's the meaning of experiential knowledge and what is the meaning of cognitive knowledge? Experiential knowledge is that difference number one between two. You can put one, compare both, put one line in between. Already you did it. So experiential knowledge is that in which there is a trio of knower, knowledge and known. Cognitive knowledge is that in which there is no trio. Second point. Experiential knowledge comes in. I will explain each. I'll explain. Let me first get the broad outline. Second point is experiential knowledge comes and goes. The cognitive knowledge does not come and go. Experiential knowledge comes and goes, and cognitive knowledge does not come and go. Third part. The experiential knowledge is in the realm of known or unknown, and it is made from unknown to known. There is a process in knowing that. The cognitive knowledge is different than known and unknown. Regular means are not used for knowing cognitive knowledge. Experiential knowledge is known and unknown, but cognitive knowledge is not known and unknown, it is beyond known and unknown. This is third point. Third point. Fourth point. Experiential knowledge is with the mind and it is called the knowledge of pramata. Pramata. I'll explain if pramata is not clear. The cognitive knowledge is not pramata, it's sakshi. It's sakshi. Let's work on these 4 points. Then I'll move further. First thing I said, experiential knowledge has trio. When I say trio, it means any knowledge. When I say this flower, so there is an object, there is a thought of flower. Thought is an object called flower, and there is a knower of the thought of the object called I know the flower. Every experiential knowledge is with trio of knower, knowledge and known. All three have to be together. You can't say I have I have knower but no thought. Not possible. Or I know the object, I have, but no thought is there, but no knower is not possible. If thought is there, knower has to be there. We have to get conditioned to this point, understand this point. There is nothing called knowerless thought, except one case, which we will see. Which case? We will see. So there is experiential knowledge. Vedanta doesn't deal with experiential knowledge. It deals more with cognitive knowledge. When I am seeing this flower, there is one trio formed. When I am seeing the book, another trio is formed. When I am seeing the mic, try to understand, object is changing, thought and knower is there. When I am seeing the you, another trio is formed. So whole day, new trios are formed. Right? This is experiential knowledge. But the cognitive knowledge is the one which is not a trio. Because one trio goes away, another trio comes. Then you know that trio was there. So there was one experiencer, one cognition which was present in experience number one. And after one experiential knowledge went away, another experiential knowledge came. It was still present there. That second went away. Then third, similarly, which is present in all experiential knowledge. That is called cognitive knowledge. Jagrit swapna sushuptishu prapancham yat prakashate. Which is same in all. Maya tatamidam sarvam jagad avyakta rupana. Which has not gone under change. If it has gone a change, then who will know that I was in that experience? Sometimes experience is over and you know that experience I had, although all trio have gone away. So the experiential knowledge and cognitive knowledge, I hope you can discern or discriminate between the two. If this is clear, second point I had said, what was second point? Experiential knowledge is not clear, it comes and goes. And cognitive knowledge doesn't come and go. Because if the Sakshi will come and go, then who will know that this experience I had? Because experience is over. Experience is over, but there is one knower which was present in all experiences and it has noticed all experiences. This is the second point. Third point was experiential knowledge. This is thought knowledge is there. It has a thought. This is a problem. We are in the habit of thinking with the idea of known and unknown. And when I say I am going for knowledge, I am going to learn a language called, supposing you are going to learn Spanish. So when I say, so you feel it is unknown and now it will become known. Then this is all called process of learning. You are making something unknown known. I am going to learn Sanskrit. It was unknown and then it became unknown. It was unknown, and if you study, it will become known. If you don't study, it will be unknown. Oh, you are saying like that, okay. And this is our way of understanding. Either a thing is completely unknown And then you do it and it's, I am knowing it little. Before you studied any subject, it was totally unknown. You are accountant, totally accounts was unknown. Now you went to the accounts course, chartered accountant, and now it is known now. You are an engineer. When you had not joined the engineering college, that subject was unknown. And after going through studies of 1 to 4 or 5 years, now the subject is known. You are BE or BSc engineering, whatever degree is there, BTech, whatever degree you get. This is not in the case of cognitive knowledge. And this is where the challenge is. Something is not unknown and something is not known. Because whatever is known can be dropped and whatever is unknown can be taken. You have heard this. And which is different than known and unknown, which cannot be taken and which cannot be dropped. Yourself is not totally unknown. You cannot say, I don't know myself. How will you so unless you know yourself? And you cannot say, I know it as an object. When I say, I know this, so there is thisness involved in that. The like a flower is known. This moment I say known, known means something is different than you. And unknown means also there is something different than you. All worldly knowledges deal with known and unknown factor. And this knowledge of the self is not dealing with known and unknown knowledge. We have to revise our understanding. It is not dealing with known or it is dealing with unknown. It is dealing with the one who is seeing the known and unknown both. But that is unknown. Which one? One who is seeing known and unknown is also unknown for me. If it was unknown, how will you know it that is unknown? It is not different than you. Do you know yourself? If you don't know yourself, how will you exist? At least you know. But something about me I don't know. Something about me I know. But that is another kind of knowledge. When I say I know myself is another aspect, and when you say I know this is another aspect. What aspect is that? When I say I know the flower, there is a vritti involved, there is thought involved. But in knowing yourself, thought is not involved. And therefore, wherever thought is involved, that knowledge can be forgotten. It is an impression-based knowledge. Therefore, any subject, if you stop studying, you will forget, because it is based on impression. All knowledges of the world are nothing but you get an impression of a subject. Supposing you are learning music. So music is nothing but you are getting impression of the music. And if one who has lot of impression and right impression, he expresses it very easily and effortlessly because his impression is very strong about that. If his impression is less, then you say he doesn't know properly, he forgot. Anything which is based on impression can be forgotten. And it is more intense, it is less intense sometimes. The knowledge of the self is not vritti based, therefore it is not based on impression. Then you can't forget yourself. Only yesterday you were there, I don't know. I forgot myself, where I am. It's not possible. One joke was there, one person used to morning every day get up and see the obituary column, whether his name is there or not. And if his name was not there, then only he got up. It's not possible. Too wild joke. It is not possible. So there is one knowledge where thought is not there. And that makes it different than all other knowledges. And that makes it little difficult also because we are always tuned to think in the terms of known and unknown. And therefore, when it comes to knowing the self, I also apply the same way as I study other knowledges. And I know that. Who is speaking? Sakshi or Pramata? Well, I have understood the Brahman. This is the third point. Third, no? I hope you are understanding that. Understanding. We have a typical way of understanding. We have trained ourselves to understand in the objectivity world only. And we worked in the expression and impression area. We have conditioned ourselves to work with expression and impression. But self-knowledge is not an impression. All knowledges are working on impression and expression. When you say I am learning, that means you are getting impressed. You are in the process of getting impressed. I am in medical college. I have 10 years I have studied. That means you have quite impressed yourself. Your mind you have impressed. And then you have to express. If you cannot express your impression, that means your impression was not sufficient. You are weak in that subject. That means your impressions are not sufficient. That means you are weak in that subject. Impression is not there, then what will you express? When that question paper will come, it will be blank. Because you did not have any impression about that answer. Self-knowledge is not an impression. And therefore it cannot be expressed like this. This is the third point. This is cognitive knowledge. And therefore if you stop revising it, you will forget because impression is gone. Impression, in order to bring the impression, to keep the impression, you have to keep on bringing up and down. Well, you do practice. Then you say you're practicing, I'm practicing music. You have to do riyaz. When you practice dance, you'll forget which step is the art. It was like this or like this. Ordinary person won't understand. For them all are very good. But teacher will understand he's wrongly did it. He forgot. Because he doesn't practice whole week. Only on the class day he comes straight, unprepared. He has not impressed himself. Understand, no? And even the lawyers are there. They have to prepare the case. Yesterday I was talking about medical, they have to prepare, they have to give examination. When examination is there. What Dr. Bhima used to give? Every Wednesday he was absent. He used to go in for some classes. I don't know which class is there. Some online classes there nowadays. You have to keep on updating yourself. And also revise everything. But self-knowledge need not be revised. It is not the knowledge, you need not know anything to impress yourself. You are already there. It is non-impressible knowledge. This is the third point. Fourth point. What is the fourth point? I told one is Pramata, there is Sakshi. What is the difference between Pramata and Sakshi? Like these eyes are Pramana. Means of knowledge is called Pramana. This I already told sometimes. You have to get conditioned with these words. They are favorite words of Vedanta. Too frequently used. But I don't like. It's not the question of liking. You have to get conditioned. I might say means of knowledge. Such a long sentence. Pramana is simple word. Eyes are knowing the flower. Eyes are Pramana. And this flower is Prame, and the one who knows the flower is called Pramata. So the Sakshi seen with the mind is Pramata. Antakaran Visishta Chaitanya is called Pramata. Will again say, that Sakshi seen or conditioned by or associated with the mind is called Pramata. Pramata means knower of the objective knowledge. Knower of the objective knowledge. These are the certain preparation for this mantra is going on. This mantra is yet to come. Or I think it is over. No, it is not started. Okay. If these things your time goes in preparation, yes. I have to make a solid background for the month, then you will understand. These topics are, otherwise we can rush. If I rush, you will never get the gist of that. And you will never have a keen interest in that. It will appear as something very dry. It's not dry. Not dry at all. It's very, very interesting. If you are getting some joy in it, you will know how interesting it is. With this four information that we have about experiential knowledge and cognitive knowledge, please note, Vedanta does not deal with experiential knowledge. It deals with cognitive knowledge. Means it is not interested in objectification. The knowledge which is objectifiable, it is not the area of Vedanta. It is dealing with that knowledge which is non-objectifiable. Okay. If I just give you, supposing I say knowledge of part, Ghat Jnanam without Ghat Vritti is equal to Sakshi. In every knowledge, there is a Sakshi involved. I am repeating it. Ghat Jnanam is what? Knowledge of part minus thought of part is equal to Sakshi, cognitive knowledge. So in all experiential knowledge, cognitive knowledge is interwoven. Can you explain with some kind of... Yes, why not? See, this is the knowledge of... I'm seeing mic. I'm seeing flower. I'm seeing book. I'm seeing table. I'm seeing watch. I'm seeing different things. But in this, so when I say there's a book, there's a book and there's a light falling on the book. So I have a knowledge of the book and the light and the knowledge of the light of the book, light on the book. I'm having the knowledge of the mic and knowledge of the light on the mic. I'm having the knowledge of the paperweight and I'm having the knowledge of the light of the paperweight. No, I don't have that light knowledge. This is a problem. You only see paperweight. And when I say, what is this? You'll say, book. But if you're a little subtle, you will say, no, book is there, but I'm also seeing the light on the book also. But because we are so engrossed with the gross thing, I fail to see the light on the book. I fail to see the light on the mic. I fail to see the light on the flower. I am only interested in gross thing. So the light knowledge which is in and through, immanent, that is called Sakshi. And that knowledge which is changing with the object, that is called experiential knowledge. I hope this is little clear. Now it is getting little clear. Supposing you are there. Is it interesting or boring? Whatever is there, I don't know. I don't know. I get tense when I don't understand. Don't worry. See, now your mind is there. Same thing I'm going to practice in the mind, and you will be in meditation. Meditation is not doing something, it is just shifting the attention. I say pot. So pot should come in your mind. Big pot. I say lotus. Pot has gone, lotus has come. Why do it? I say rose. Rose, very nice rose is there. Rose has come now. I say car. Car has come now. Please visualize everything, what I am saying. Just don't see me. And so I say sun. So you see sun. I say moon. You see moon. I say star. You see star. All that knowledge went away. When I took the name, object came and you were aware of the object. But there was one light falling on that object in your mind that did not change. In the light of which you had known lotus, in the light of which you had known flower, in the light of which you had known sun, in the light of which you had seen moon, in the light of which you had seen star, in the light of which you have seen everything, that light did not change. That is cognitive knowledge with what irrespective, and even if all objects have gone away like in deep sleep, still that cognitive knowledge is there. It is not dependent on the thought. And that knowledge is called in Kenopanishad as with the word Brahman. Tadeva Brahmatvam Vidhi. I'm talking about that. Okay. I hope this is little more clear. And this Brahman, it is not known by the regular ways of learning. Because regular way of learning is something I have to objectify. I have to know it as this, as different from me. You take a subject which is different than you. When I say I'm going to study biology or zoology or chemistry or metaphysics or architecture or environmental science or ocean science, all are different than you. You are not biology. You are not physics. You are not engineering. That subject, the matter is different than you. It is an objective knowledge. And therefore all knowledge can be objectified, and it is coming from known to unknown. And if you don't read, it again goes back to unknown. Has come from unknown to known. Then again, if you stop studying Sanskrit, you all forget what is that. You will forget how Rama declines also. Everything will forget. Again it's gone to unknown. And when you open your book, you will be very familiar. I knew all these things. Not knowing, you don't feel guilty, but knowing and forgetting is very guilty. Instead, I know all these things. Then you say, how it has come? Again, it will go to unknown. This is not the Brahma Gyan. And here, when the student comes, here special Vedanta Praman is used. Here the Praman is called Vedant Praman, called Shabda Praman. And Shabda Praman, which is there, all Praman is to illuminate something objective. I say he is Dinesh. I said he is Michael. He rides a cycle. Or his name is Joe. Joe. Joe is also a name. Joe is also a name. Why are you smiling? His name is Joe. Who is Joe? He is Joe. His name is Ing. Acha, is from China or what? Ing. Which Ing? Pulling? No. Or Striling? No, Ing, only Ing is there. Okay. His name is like that. When I say, immediately your attention goes outside. Who is like that? So all Praman are illuminating something outside. When I say Atma is Brahman, same habit goes. I feel it is object. The Vedanta Praman, ध्यान देके सुनना, it is not to illuminate Brahman. All Praman are indicating to something. The Vedanta Praman is not to illuminate Atma and Brahman, because it cannot illuminate. You heard that na tatra chakshur gacchati na vak gacchati. No means of knowledge can illuminate Atma. Then what were you doing here? If it cannot illuminate Atma, my illuminator will be bigger than element. If light is illuminating this book, light has to be more pervasive than the book. Then only light can illuminate it. And if any means of knowledge will illuminate Brahman, Brahman will be smaller than that means of knowledge. Therefore, no means of knowledge is illuminating Brahman. Means of knowledge is only removing ignorance. Very definition of Praman is Vyavartakatvam Pramanatvam, which removes something. So Vedanta is not to tell about Atma. No, it will not illuminate Atma. It will eliminate Anatma. And only what? It will illuminate Anatma. No, it will illuminate, it will not illuminate, it will eliminate. It is to remove the ignorance. It is not to illuminate Atma. All other Praman are illuminating an object. And this is a difference here, which is crucial. Well, I am not understanding. Don't worry. We'll again take it. Oh, then I can rest. No. I am saying we'll again take it. If you are not understanding, don't put too much of pressure on your mind. It will happen. Something will click. Don't be so much tense about it. Just see, observe. Just observe. Here, student came from the first chapter. Teacher asked, how was it? He said, I understood very well. If student doesn't understand, so teacher is more worried why he didn't understand. And he said, Yadi manne se suvedete. If you think you have understood very well, you have not understood. He should not have used the word su there. Su word is to objectify. That means objectified Brahman. He objectified it. Who? Student. He made Brahman as an object, as some devata or something. Because this is what I am conditioned to. Okay. It's like what? like this. And therefore he said, Yadi Suved iti manyase tari nunam tam. You have to revise your experience now. Only Brahman is not known. Brahman is not known objectively. Then how he is known subjectively? I know Brahman, but how I am knowing myself subjectively? If topic is difficult, don't worry. You have to revise the experience from I am the trio I to I am a non-trio I. From I am Pramata to I am Sakshi. How? We'll come to it. Please note, you don't have to go to Samadhi. You have to shift the attention from the experiential I to cognitive I. You have to shift your experience from the book to the light of the book. For that, you don't have to destroy the book. That you have to first destroy the book, then you'll understand the light on the book. You need not. You don't have to crush all other experiences to get that experience, to that cognition. The knowledge of Brahman is a very different thing. And knowledge of object is a very different thing. I know this very well. For objective thing you say, I know this very well. Can you see this flower? I am seeing it very well. You can't see it very well, but I am seeing it very well. So use such expression. I know this flower very well. Red flower is there and nice petals are there. Achha, is it Valentine's Day's flower? No, not Valentine's Day. Not Valentine's Day's flower. Okay. Achha, this is this paperweight, you know? Yes. Are you able to see? Yes, I am able to see very well. If you go to the optometrist, he puts you on that. Chart is there. So first line is very easy. O Y A. You very lot of inspiration. You say that. O Y A T. So second line you come. Second line is a little difficult. S. It is not in sequence A B C D. S. W. Yes, very good. And U. Very good. This second line. Third line is difficult, very difficult. What is third line? You all must have gone. Third line. I am. See there. Okay. So M, because he is not saying now. M, and then T. Can you see this clearly? Not first line was very clear. Third line, last one even he can't make it. Last line is so small. You can't make it. What it is, so small it is there. And he keeps on changing lenses on that point. Can you see that? No, I think I cannot see that. It is S. I cannot make it. When you know an upside out subject, please note my point. You know, I know this very well or I don't know it at all. In the classes also, when you hear the class, you say, no, I understood the class very well. I was a little confused on that topic. I know music very well. I don't think so. This is my area. I don't know music at all. You don't dance. I don't know dance. This song I can dance very well. This song I am not clear. This song I cannot dance at all. When you deal with people, this person I know very well, this person I am very confusing, sometimes he is not, and this person I don't know. So there is a tartam in knowledge there. I know well, very well, not well. In the knowledge of the self, does not work. And therefore, when the student came and said, I know the Brahman very well, so teacher said, Daharam eva pinonam tam. You don't know it. Because you have objectified. You made it very well. Very well word is used in objectivity. Other than what shall I do if I understood Brahman? Wait. What you understood? I understood Brahman is there. No, I'll tell you, wait, don't rush. So how to tell that I understood? If I say I don't understand, then what's the problem? Then you again explain. No, but if I say I understood, then also you are saying not understood. No. Wait. I'll tell you. See the way the Upanishad is going, how the knowledge takes place. There is something called vritti vyapti and there is called phal vyapti. Students of Vedanta have heard these words, but very few understand this both. It is very confusing if you have not understood. And you have to be very careful about vritti vyapti and phal vyapti. You take it the meaning, I will not translate in English. Every knowledge there is called vritti vyapti. What is vritti vyapti? Vritti means, supposing there is a dark room is there. Dark room. And there is a pot kept. So pot will not be known unless you put a lamp there. So light of lamp pervades the whole pot and therefore the ignorance of the pot has gone. That is called vritti vyapti. Prakash vyapti. Fantastic. Any knowledge will take place if the light pervades the object. Very good. That is called vyapti, prakash vyapti. Very good. Any inert knowledge, any knowledge about this thing. And then, if you say, then you will say, okay, I have known that. When I see in the world outside, be careful. I wanted to see a flower. My closed eyes are there. I don't know who is there. And somebody kept one flower and went away. Now, what happens? What happens? How the knowledge of what flower has taken place? From my eyes, the chakshu vritti has pervaded. The thought of vision has pervaded the flower. The thought of vision has pervaded the flower, and that thought is in my mind now. I know this is flower. Pushpam asti. Knowledge takes place in the heart only. Knowledge doesn't take place in the flower. The thought has pervaded the object, and you are now inside that there is a thought that is, I know. This knowledge is there. There is only one step. Like you are hearing. My words are there, and your chakshu vritti is there. There is a thought of your ear. When you say, I'm attentive, that means my thought is attentive. When you go to sleep, this shrotra vritti goes away. Slowly this shrotra vritti or this eyes also go away. When you go to sleep slowly, eyes also go away. That chakshu vritti is now receptive. I'm wide awake. You see, I'm wide awake whole night, I was wide awake. I didn't get a wink of sleep also. Wide awake. Not half awake, wide awake. Now understand that. So there are thoughts. This thought is conceiving something, and understanding is there that this is knowledge. Removal of the ignorance of the object has gone. Sorry, it has happened. Removal of the ignorance of flower. This is step one. Removal of ignorance of. So thought comes in your mind about the object. This is called vritti vyapti. As if the field is there. Field, where you put flower or you put paddy field. And there is a channel there where the water goes, if you have seen. So water is pumped and the water goes from that small channel and pervades the field like this. Because there is a dam built, small dam. So it has gone and it pervades that. That is called. So similarly, from the eyes, the thought goes and pervades whatever is the object. And of course, thought is inside, and therefore it brings the knowledge. So this is flower. This is only step one. This is watch. Step two. In this thought of the object, there is a reflection of the self. And then you have a knowledge, I know this is a flower. There is no knowledge possible in the world without vritti vyapti and phal vyapti. It's called phal vyapti. Phal means reflection. If you're not understanding, don't worry. If you're understanding, very good. Oh, vritti vyapti, thought takes away ignorance and thought comes. And when I know that this is the pot, or I know the knowledge, this is called phal vyapti. Yes. Please note, the knower is different than the known. Flower is different, I am knowing the flower is different. Very good. Fantastic. The light is illuminating the pot. Light is different, pot is different. And the knower of the light, knower of the pot is different. Light is different, pot is different. Light is illuminating mic. Mic is different, light is different. Okay? Light is different and it is illuminating car. Car is different, light is different. Very good. This is called objective knowledge, where vritti vyapti and phal vyapti both are taking place. What about Brahman, sir? There was a bulb. I am trying to give example after example. There was a bulb. And bulb was having a color, black colored cloth or black paper was there. It was not seen properly. Little light was coming out of the bulb. Little light was coming out of the bulb because the black paper was covering it. So little flimsy, dim light was there. I wanted to know the whole light, whole bulb. Now, what is the process? I remove that paper. After removing that paper, there is no illuminator of the bulb. Bulb is self-element. In all knowledges, there is a knowledge of an object and there is a knower of the knowledge of the object. In the knowledge of Brahman, there is only knowledge of the Brahman. There is no knower of the knowledge of the Brahman. Because the bulb has gone, after the paper has gone, you don't need another bulb to show that bulb. It is self-evident. Because knower is not there. In all knowledges, there is separate knower. In the knowledge of Brahman, there is no knower. You remove that also. That knowledge of Brahman is removing the ignorance, and that knowledge also has gone. Only Brahman is shining, sir. In all other knowledge, knowledge remains and object remains. In the knowledge of Brahman, after the knowledge has removed the ignorance, it is self-shining. You don't need another knowledge to make it shine. And therefore, in the knowledge of Brahman, only vritti vyapti is there and not phal vyapti. Well, I'm very tired of all this vritti. Therefore, a student says, teacher says, yadi manyase yati suved iti suved. If he said Ved, it is not a problem. I know it very well. That means you are thinking, I know Brahman as an object. Something, bole lal Brahman mila. Some red Brahman I saw. Some Atma was in my heart, it shone like that. बहुत अच्छे से दिख गई आत्मा आज. साफ दिखी एकदम. Clearly I saw Atma in my dream. In the dream you saw Atma. Clearly. It was evident. Very clear Atma I saw in my dream. Of such a statement is not very good news for the teacher. Because teacher was not trying to tell this. He has to do another hard work then. I hope this is understood. That the Brahman is, if you are not understood, we will again take. Don't worry about that. Only what shall I do? I have not understood many things. What shall I write? Don't worry. Relax. I'm more concerned, what shall I write? Rather than understanding, क्या हम लिखेंगे क्या आज? कितनी तो बात समझी में नहीं आई हमें. I have not understood. Don't worry. Whatever you understood, you write. Don't worry. You have not come to worry in the world. One thing you have to learn is not to be sad. I'll tell you about sadness. Like you say, this is flower, this is book. There is nothing called this is sadness. For everything you can use like that. That this is blue, this is yellow, this is... Sadness is not an object, and sadness is not a quality of an object. And sadness is not a thought also. Oh, then what is sadness? Sadness is you have accepted something without, you have accepted some imaginary thing called sadness. So don't be sad. The moment you objectify this is sadness, you cannot objectify. There is nothing called sadness. Death is not sadness. Many people are dying, where you are sad. Insult is not sadness. You are insulted so many times. And today when you think of your past insult, you are not sad today. At that spur of moment, you may be sad. This is not a thing. Oh. It is unproven thing. Sadness cannot be proved by any praman. It is imaginary thing. But I feel it. It is your imaginary feeling. It is your non-discriminate acceptance of lacking something in me. It is a non-discriminate, non-well thought of, non-analyzed, misinterpreted I. Sadness station is I. And to correct that I, we have to know the complete I. Therefore, you will be sad because again you do the same mistake. It has but become my habit to become sad on a certain issue. You feel I lack it. I lack him. I miss that. I don't have that. I am incomplete. This is your habit. This is nothing called sadness. Oh. And to remove that, because it has become a habit to put ourselves into some kind of vacant eye, therefore we have to learn so much about Brahman. That you are not having any vacancy in eye, no vacancy, no emptiness. House full. I am full. When you are totally full and somebody says, please no, don't take, no, nothing, please I am full. Nothing can go inside. No, I'm already eaten a lot. Oh, acha, are you filled up to the, I cannot eat anything. Little? No. Please take it away. I am full. Alam bhav goes only with eating and Brahman. This alam pratyay. Therefore, Brahma Gyan and Annadan is called Mahadan. Do dan hai. Otherwise, all other you feel like I need more. I will keep it. I will keep the cloth. To get out of that, we are working on this. We'll see more tomorrow. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamadachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namah.